Hello everyone. Today I am going to demonstrate you an experiment which is what is called determination of dielectric constant by the method of charging and discharging of capacitor. So this is the kit which is to be used to do this particular experiment, and let us first understand what is this kit contains. Here you can see an empty circuit is printed here, and you can see even the terminals also here. So and across any two terminals, so what we are supposed to connect, the symbols are printed. So for example, between this P and Q, you can see a symbol of voltmeter. V means voltmeter. That means between these two terminals, we need to connect one voltmeter, and that voltmeter is here. You can see here a digital DC voltmeter which has got two terminals here. Take two wires from these two terminals and connect between P and Q. Similarly, between these two terminals, you can see the symbol of capacitor. That means between these two terminals, so we need to connect one capacitor. And where are the capacitors? You can see here. So one is C1 is between these two terminals, C2 between these two terminals, and C3 between these two. So choose any one and connect between this S and T. So similarly, so between this M and N, so we need to connect a resistor. So where are the resistors? You can see here resistors are connected here. One resistor of 100 kilo ohm, one more of 220, and one more is 300. You choose any one and connect between this M and N. And similarly, so here, so between A and B, so we need to connect what is a battery. So you can see here 5 volt DC battery is here. Just connect this terminal of the battery to A and this terminal of the battery to B. So that completes the circuit connection. Okay. And coming to the other, you can see here two switches are here. The first switch is what is called start or halt switch. So using this switch, so you can change the position of the switch just like on and off. Okay, so we can either start, so you can see here clock is running, that means experiment is running. So if I press this side, so clock halted, that means experiment halted. Similarly, using one more switch that is called S1, so you can either charge the capacitor or discharge the capacitor. If this switch S1 is pulled upward, so C means charging. If it is pulled down, that means capacitor is going to discharge. So these two are either, this is called start halt switch, this is called charging or discharging switch, and this is just a button to reset the time. You can see if I press this, the time will get reset. Okay, so this is about the kit. Now let us understand or let us see how to make the connection. As I told you, just take the connecting wires and connect the given elements to their places. So let me start from voltmeter. So I have taken this voltmeter with the help of the connecting wires. So this voltmeter you connect between this P and Q where that symbol voltmeter is written. Similarly, now you choose capacitor. So three capacitors are there. So you can choose any one. Let me choose C1 capacitor, so that you connect where that symbol C is there in the circuit. So I am going to connect here. Okay. So similarly, you take a resistor, three resistors are there. You can choose 100 kilo ohm. So with the help of two connecting wires, and with that you insert where that symbol R is there. R means resistor. Okay. And finally, you connect the battery. As I told, the positive of the battery you connect to A and negative of the battery to B. So this completes the circuit connection. Okay, so it's very simple, just like a fill in the blank you can do. So just follow the symbols. So where V symbol is there, connect the voltmeter. Where C symbol is there, connect the capacitor. Where R symbol is there, connect the resistor. And finally connect the battery. So this is what? A circuit. Okay. Now let us see how to take readings with the instrument. So before you start, so make sure the timer, the digital clock and the digital voltmeter shows 0 reading. So for that what you do is first halt the experiment, and by using this reset button you reset the time. Already it is 0. Now so voltage, suppose assume voltage is not 0. Okay, let's see, voltage is not 0. Okay, so how to reset time? So time can be reset by resetting this button. Okay, and how to reset this voltage? So you just take one bare wire, okay, and short the capacitor terminals, okay, like this, shorting. So you can see if I short the capacitor, the voltmeter also becomes 0. This is called shorting. Okay, so you can see now the voltmeter also got 0 value. Okay, so now it is ready for the experiment. So okay, so very important point, after the connection make sure timer is 0, that means clock is 0, and voltmeter also should show 0 reading. If not, then you have to short the capacitor terminals and make the voltage 0. Okay, now let us see how to do the experiment or how to take readings. Okay, so you have to be ready with the tabular column now. What is the tabular column? So it is here, you can see here the tabular column is here. Okay, so first we have to charge. So while charging, so after every 5 seconds, starting from 0 up to 60, in the interval of 5 seconds, we need to note down what is the voltage reading. So from 0 to 60. So after you reach 60 seconds, you have to take what is called discharging reading. Here again, discharging also up to 60 seconds. In the interval of 5 seconds, you should take reading. Okay. Now let us see how to take reading from the instrument. Yeah. Now what you have to do first, keep the switch S1 in the charging mode, that means in the upward position. Okay. Now you have to start the experiment. See, if I start, so you can see the clock also will start running and even voltmeter also start increasing. So you have to ready with a pen or a pencil. Okay. So see, you can see time and voltage also. See, 5 seconds 1.88 you have to write. Similarly 10 seconds 2.85 you have to note down the tabular column. Then 15 seconds 3.59, 20 seconds 3.93. So like that. So without missing any value, you must continuously take reading. So now 30, 4.35. So 35, 4.42, like that. So up to 60 seconds, so all the readings must be entered in the tabular column. This is what is called charging readings. That means you are charging capacitor and you can see the voltage also increasing, because while charging the charges on the plates will increase. As a result, voltage also will increase. Now you can see time is reaching 60. Note down this, and without giving much time gap, immediately reset the time and pull it for discharging mode. Okay. So again at 5 seconds, what was the reading? 10 seconds, what was the reading? Like that you have to note down. 15 seconds. And now you can see the voltage is decreasing, because now it is discharging. No, discharging means the charges on the plates will start decaying. So when the charge decays, the voltage also will start reducing. That you can see here, voltage is decreasing with respect to time. Okay. So by the time reaches 60, so you can see voltage will becomes almost 0. Right. Yeah, you can see now 55, 0.02 is there. Yeah, 60, it came 0.01. So that's all the experiment. So now you can halt the experiment. Right. So this is about the conduction. That means what you did, you connected the experiment circuit Then you took charging reading and discharging reading, and you entered all those readings here. You can see here. So one set of reading. So you can see here at during charging, when you started for charging, voltage will be 0. It is time 0, voltage 0. Then you can see as the time increases, you can see voltage also increasing. Okay, so after for every 5-second interval, you are recording what are the readings, and you can see almost after 50 the voltage is same. So why? Because the capacitor got saturated, or charges on the plate of the capacitor remain same, therefore voltage also remains same. Similarly, after 60 seconds, as I told, you have to take discharging reading. So at the time of discharging, so the same reading you have to enter here, 60-second reading. Again you can see as the time starts increasing in discharging, voltage is decreasing now. You can see here, it is decreasing, it is reaching almost to 0. Now what you have to do, you have to plot a graph. So in the same graph, you have to plot a charging curve and discharging curve by taking time along x-axis and voltage along y-axis. So this is how you are going to get a plot. Okay, you can see here. So voltage along y-axis and time along x-axis. So this curve is what is charging curve. You can see it is increasing. Okay, then here you can see it is almost saturated or straight line. Similarly, in the same plot, you plot the discharging curve also. You can see it is starting from maximum. You can see it is decreasing. Okay, and if you observe the graph, the charging curve and discharging curve are intersecting here. So at this point, so they are intersecting here. So from this point, you draw a perpendicular to x-axis. So where this perpendicular meets, this time is what is called T off. So this you have to note down from the graph. So then what you have to do, this T off value, you need to substitute in this formula. So formula is here, K is equal to T off into D into 10 raised to minus 6 whole divided by 0.693 epsilon naught AR. What is this T off here? So this is the T off taken from the graph. So here from this graph it is 7 seconds. So this 7 seconds, okay, into what is D? Distance between the plates of the capacitor. This value will be given to you or it will be there in the manual. And epsilon naught, permittivity of free space, it is 8.854 10 raised to minus 12. Area of the plates of the capacitor, and R is the resistor you have connected. You can see here from the kit you have taken 100 kilo ohm, correct? So this 100 kilo ohm you have connected here. Therefore the value of R is 100 kilo ohm. Okay, so all those you need to substitute here. Okay, and then if you simplify, you are going to get what is the value of dielectric constant. So for our kit, the dielectric constant vary between 3 and 3.6 or 3.7. Okay, so that's all the experiment.